Okay, here's the phone. I'm spinning it around awkwardly because I don't know how to do an unboxing. And yes, this right here is a compass because I don't have one of those fancy cutter thingies. So compass it is. Here is the phone. I got it in the Cloud Mint, and again, here is some more footage of me awkwardly flipping the phone around because I don't know how to film an unboxing video properly. Also, sorry if you watched the other video because these clips are exactly the same. The new stuff comes in a little later, but here is some somewhat entertaining commentary until then. So I guess with the unboxing videos, you gotta show what's inside the box. So we have this white charger plug thing. They used to be black, but now it's white. And here is the wire that goes along with it, and yes, I'm terrible at filming, so it is kind of off the screen. And I knew there was something underneath the box, but I really struggled to get it out. And it was just the terms and conditions and manual stuff though, so what a waste of effort. Wait, actually, I lied. You need this silver thingy later. And now, on to actually setting up the phone. Yeah, I'm sorry, the angle's kind of terrible. I was too focused on setting up the phone that I totally forgot to look at how the camera angle was. So as usual, the very first thing you do is click all these buttons and say you agree to their terms before actually using the phone. I wonder if anyone actually reads through this though. Now it prompts you to choose a Wi-Fi network. After that it asks you whether you want to transfer information. I know there's several methods to transfer data, but I use the simplest way, which is the smart switch method. Here's a quick pause so you can actually see what the screen looks like. You can choose between cable or wireless, and I went wireless because I don't even have a cable. Then you have to download Smart Switch on your other device. You can just use the QR code to get there, or you can just Google it through the Play Store. And then when you get to here, make sure your old phone says transfer data while the new phone says receive data, and then you just keep them next to each other until they connect. And then it asks you what data you want to transfer over. For me, I wanted to transfer over everything, but if you don't want to, you can select certain things to transfer over. And my old phone kept prompting me to make a secure folder account, and I did it, but I'm not sure what that did because my new phone didn't ask me to log into that or anything. Now there's just a bunch of waiting around while you wait for the data to get transferred over. I sped this up really fast, and the very first thing it tells you is to log into your Google. I set up my fingerprints, and if you want to do that, you have to get a pattern, PIN, or password. I went with a PIN, and this is the process. Next, you sign into your Samsung account, and it has two-step verification. While the stuff was transferring over, I started setting up my phone, but I actually don't think you should do this. I think you should wait until it finishes transferring over and you insert your SD card because stuff started popping up over time. Like right here, you can see there are some gray apps which were transferring over even though I didn't download them myself. Here is how you get the SD card out. If you remember that silver thingy from earlier, you just push it down super hard until it pops out, as you can see right here. Then you just remove the SD card, and I have like a T-Mobile thing in there too, and then you move it over to the new phone. On my S9, the SD card and the like T-Mobile thing were all on one long thing, but instead it's front and back now. And you just click it into place like this. And now you just put it back. I don't think it'll fit the other way, but if not, the SD card is facing the phone screen. Then the phone said it had a software update, so I did that real quick. At this point, all the data was transferred over, but I put a case on and then I decided I wanted to add some stuff to the phone anyways. If you want to see how I put on this case, you can check out my other video. I actually ended up returning this case and went for a less bulky but also less protective clear case instead. Here I'm going to Galaxy themes. I usually don't like changing how the look of the apps look, but I looked in the theme store and I liked how the pastel looked. It wasn't too different, but it was just slightly improved. And instead I decided to change my wallpaper to a cyan blue thing, found an image on Google and set the wallpaper just like that, and that's the complete phone setup. So real quick, before I get into a review of my current phone, I have to factory reset my old phone so I can send it into the trade-in. And then you have to cut out the printed label they send you through email, wrap it real nice, put it in the box, wrap it again some more, and then you just tape the top like this, and you are ready to go send it in. And now it's time for the review part of the phone, except it's probably just going to be me rambling about random things that may or may not be useful. So first things first. So I chose this because I've usually been a Samsung user and I've constantly used the Galaxy S series, so that's why I decided to go with the S20. And then once I decided on the S20, I realized there was a cheaper version, and since I was buying this phone with my own money and I got from my part-time job over the summer, I was really hesitant to spend like $1,000 on that S20. That's the original price, even though I got this during Black Friday. So the cost was definitely a big reason why I ended up choosing the S20 FE, and a lot of the features that the S20 comes with that the S20 FE doesn't come with, I didn't really need. And so this phone is like perfectly fine for my use. I got this for about $390. That was including a $20 education discount, my $210 trade-in from the S9, and Rakuten gave me $37 from cashback, but it would have been more if I waited till it was a little closer to Black Friday because it went up to 15%. And just now onto just some random things that I could talk about for the phone, or just like that I noticed. So the very first thing is when I got this phone, I noticed how large it was. If like you saw this video, you can like compare the phones side by side. It's definitely a lot longer. I'm glad that it isn't wider though, because I'm not the biggest fan of wide phones. Like my mom once had the Note 4 and that was a really wide phone. I didn't like that. But you can easily find that kind of information online. I wasn't thorough enough to check that, but it doesn't bother me that much anyways. One of the biggest facts is the selfie camera is in a weird place. Maybe I'll do a little insert so you can see it. So like the image on my wallpaper, on my lock screen, you can see there's like a little hole. You can see that, why am I showing? There's nothing here. You can see there's a little hole, and so like if my friend was wearing like a sticker right there, you wouldn't be able to see that because that hole's in the way. So it's kind of weird, but I'm not too bothered by it. It's a little annoying, but like I can live with that. So other things, the sound buttons moved. They are now all on the left side. I guess I have to do another insert for this. Or not all on the left side, they're all on the right side now. My S9, it used to be on the left, and so a lot of the stuff I'm going to be talking about is because it's like in contrast with my S9. At first this was kind of weird, but I also got easily used to it, and I think it's really nice because when you take a screenshot, you can just like put it together versus like holding your phone. There is no more Bixby button, and I'm really glad because I don't use Bixby and it was in my way. It automatically uses the power button, which actually isn't a power button, it's a side key button, I guess. It automatically, if you hold that down, it doesn't turn off the phone, it just launches Bixby, and so, but you can easily change that in settings, so that's fine. I haven't switched back to the power button because I don't use Bixby. So another thing is it doesn't have the headphone jack. Someone made this comment in my recent video, if you haven't seen that. There is no headphone jack. I just said that, didn't I? And to me, it doesn't bother me. I'm back after being scared away from my family finding out that I am recording this video. So back to, I think I was at headphone jack. If not, I will be now. It doesn't have a headphone jack. So I personally haven't really because I just know, and I think I really music when I'm out anyways, so it doesn't have much I really do need earbuds. I actually use the version, so it doesn't have much. But okay, moving on. The fingerprint. I guess I can show a little quick insert real quick. I said that. Yikes. But the fingerprint thing is actually now on the front instead of the back. At first I didn't really like this because I couldn't figure out where the fingerprint thing was, but after some time I got used to it, and I think it's actually really nice that it's on the front because now I think it works a little bit better because you just like stick your thumb on it versus kind of like, I feel like the fingerprint sensor on the S9 at least was a lot smaller, so it was kind of harder to get it to work. So there's that. Another weird thing about this phone is the camera is protruding, so you have to get a case, but at the same time, who doesn't use a case? And of course, if you've done like a little bit research about the S20 FE, then you should know that there's like touchscreen problems with it, and I know Samsung keeps doing software updates to fix it, but a lot of people are saying that isn't helping. For me personally, I haven't been bothered by it with my everyday use. I haven't there is a test to see if there even is this issue. I haven't done that test yet. Maybe I should, but it doesn't bother me enough. So microphone and sound quality, I'm not like the most sensitive person to these things, but right now I'm recording on my phone, so this is what the screen quality is like, and this is what the sound quality is like. To me, the camera quality is a lot better, especially because I came from my S9. I don't have any videos on my S9 to kind of show that comparison, but just trust me, it is better. The screen quality, this is also definitely better, as I'll just kind of show you me swiping my screen around. I don't know if you can tell, but the screen quality is pretty good. It's definitely faster. I guess this is also something depend on the phone you're using. Mine, I guess, was just pretty slow, so it just looks brighter, it's faster. I don't really know, I'm not really gonna prove it in a professional way, but for an average user, yes, you can tell. And I guess the very last thing, which is really important to everyone, is battery life, which is also part of the big reason I wanted to switch phones, because my S9, it'd been 2 years and the battery was like dying at 10%, which was getting really annoying. One thing I really love is sometimes I charge my phone and I don't like overcharge it because I hear that's bad for your battery life. And this phone actually survives that overnight at 20%, and it doesn't die like my previous phone did overnight for no reason, even though I'm not using it. Battery life is pretty good. I also have power saving mode on. I bet I could get 3 days without, if I didn't use my phone too much, I can get by 3 days without needing to fully charge. Other than that, I charge it every other day, which is a lot better than every day. So that's it about the phone. Hopefully I was informational, if not entertaining, maybe more informational, because I just kept explaining things now that I'm thinking about the video, and this is me just being really awkward because I'm trying to get used to speaking in front of the camera. But thanks for watching.